Okay, hey everyone, welcome to the video here where I'm going to walk you through one of the most simple ways that I actually train my mind to work for what it is that I want to see more of in my life. And remember, every time you want something new in your life, you have to actually come to a place within yourself that knows why you want that. So Simon Sinek always says, start with why. I agree, and let's just jump into it. So I shared my screen here. Hope you can see it. First off, I want to tab into this one here. So this one here shows a little bit about how the mind works and how everything actually comes down to making a habit out of it. So if you want a new experience for yourself that actually sticks, that stays consistent, you want to make a new habit for yourself. So first off, we don't know what habit will make it yet. We have to identify that. That's the purpose of the session here. I'll show you how you can identify the habit, how you can begin to train it, specifically for what it is you want to experience more of. I'm going to take a very easy example. Um, yeah, let's see what that will be. So first, look here. We got the desire. I'll bring some tools so I can draw on my board here. Let's pick a color. Light green is good. Can I draw? Oh, yes, but that drawing, you won't be able to see that. Oh, doom. Let's just remove. Pick another color. There we go. Thick. Okay. So first we want to check out what is it really that you wish or want to experience more of. And you want to start describing it as good as you can. And we're going to start out by just doing that. So let's jump into our Google Docs. And if you want to follow along, you can simply just open your own Google Doc here, pause the video when I ask you to imagine or doing things, and just type your own. So let's jump on to our Google Doc here, how to make the mind work for you. I'll zoom in a bit so it's easier for you to see it. There we go. 200. Oh, desire. What is it that I want? What is it that I want? So let's take an example. Maybe a new car, or maybe being healthy. Um, I want a house. I want a girlfriend. I want lots of money. Let's see which one of these we can pick up on. Well, one that's pretty simple actually is health, health and well-being. This almost anyone can start out with. This, if you don't have any health, if you're not healthy, don't have any health, well-being, well, what's money going to do for you? What's a girlfriend going to do for you? The house is going to be a struggle. Maybe the car will work. You can drive around in it, but you can't really do anything more. So good place to start would be health and well-being. So let's take that one. Highlight that one. Yes. There we go. We're going to pick that one. So we want our desires being healthy and have well-being. Okay, we picked that one. That was the desire. I'm just going to color these so it makes sense. Cool. So that was the first one. Let's jump back here. So that was the desire. Now let's have the vision here. Let's do a color thing again so you just know where we're at. So now I want to tap into the vision. And you can see that desire is the big circle here, and it also combines with the knowledge. So vision is a combination of knowledge, what to and why to, and vision. Or, sorry, and desire. So vision is a combination of these two, right? So it has a little bit of knowledge, but it also has some desire component. Let's jump back here and see how we can discover what is the vision. That's the purple color, vision. And we want to remove these. There we go. So now we're into vision. So how do we define the vision here? remember, I've done this plenty of times before, so if it doesn't come natural to you just right away, that's okay. That's the whole training. That's what I do with people. So we got vision here. That's really difficult to see, actually. Ah, there we go. Vision. So what's a vision? What's the vision? Well, when I see myself, so that's the question you want to answer. When I see myself healthy, let's imagine that. So imagine healthy. Um, and I'm gonna type some words here, what that means to me. Might be different for you, but just to show you what that means. That means flexible, strong body, um, energy, focus, joyful emotions. Um, I can run. I can climb mountains. I can handle daily home chores. So you see, I start to be a little bit more specific of what healthy actually means. Good stamina. What would that mean? Running 5 kilometers uh, effortlessly. Maybe run 10 kilometers, but with effort. Um, what do I see more in my vision? I can swim. Um, Body feels at ease. I can be still. I can handle intensity. I sleep well. Wake up refreshed. Okay, so that's the vision for me for having a being healthy and have well-being, right? So the vision here starts to be more what you can actually see, right? So when I imagine the flexibility of the body, I imagine a strong body, how that feels like. I imagine having energy, focus, and how that works out. So that was the vision. The knowledge is what to and why to. So knowledge, blue. Knowledge, what to and why to. So why? Well, I can be, and then what it is that I really would like to be. I can be climbing mountains. So that one comes again. I can be climbing mountains with friends or by myself. I can join activities, go for hiking. Um, I can be there for my friends. I can work out, which I love actually. I can teach yoga, how to work out. Um, I can do things in life that I enjoy. So that's my why. I can be the father that I see myself I want to be. I can be a model, no, role model, or I can inspire people. I can inspire for health and well-being. Okay, what to? So we start to see, okay, so how would I be able to have this in my life? What is it that I need to do? And then the knowledge that I have, and you can gather knowledge, right? You can connect with a coach who knows about a healthy body and well-being. You can ask a yogi. You can ask a mindset trainer if he has knowledge for a healthy body. So for me, I've worked with the body quite well. So what to? Body needs movement, flexibility movement, uh, stretching, strength training. It needs rest. It needs nutrition. One more. Not much more. I might miss something out here. Just want to give you an example for it. Okay. So that's what to. I have to stretch it. I have to do some strength training. I have to improve my rest and the nutrition. Okay. I'm not specific about it yet. It's just an overall idea here. So what is my competence? Okay, so competence. Let's write that one. Competence. Boom. Green. Oh, that was not the one. This one. Competence. Is that the green? Maybe a little bit more light green. Just playing around here. That one. So what is my competence? Well, I have already worked out for 15 to 20 years. So um, I am familiar with workouts, both strength, yoga, flexibility, um, body workouts. I'm also familiar with nutrition, fasting, simple nutrients, um, healthy foods, supportive foods. Um, okay. Now, some of my competences, mindset. So getting into the habit of just do it. But yeah, so there are some competences. So what skills do we need? Oh, we remember we all started with up here. What is it that we want? We want being healthy and have well-being. So what skills? Let's look into it. So one of the skill is to follow an exercise plan. So skill is to see different workouts and copy cat the movement. Being aware of current ability and stay um, within a safety range of movements and ability. Um, Another skill is to push the body to the limit, but without breaking it. It's another skill. A bit is what handling pain, handling intensity, right? Um, Another skill is to observe how long the body needs to rejuvenate. Another skill is having good sleep, good rest, optimal nutrition, optimal eating windows. Another skill is fasting if you need to cleanse the body. Fasting, um, feeling the body. Another skill is to movement, uh, balance, motor skills, planning. You need to do some planning to set time off. Set time off. Another skill is the discipline of doing daily workouts. Okay, so the commitment, right? So the next thing here is the commitment. Let's see, commitment. There we go. Orange. Orange, orange, orange. I like orange. Commitment. So I commit to working out as much as needed to the goal of having the body that is flexible, strong, and healthy, while maintaining a sense of well-being. There we go. So commitment is really where we begin to see that we align all our actions. So this is alignment of actions and focus to the goal of the desire. That's also a skill, right? So that's actually the skill that we are learning to do here, to set the mind up for that. Okay, so boom, jump to the next one here, habits. And this is where it gets interesting. So here we're going to develop the habits for our well-being. And now I have the knowledge for making well-being for this body here, and it's different for all of us depending on the goals that we have. But some of the habits that is usually for everyone is upon waking up, the body runs on air and water primarily. Okay, air and water. So let's start out with number one is air. Okay, so deep breathing, open up. There we go. Breath work. I have three of them, so this is my knowledge that I practice. The Wim Hof, breath of fire, and a combination. There we go. Water. So first thing in the morning upon waking up, have water. Remember to energize the water. So water is not just water. Water is like the body. It has memory, so we can actually energize it. We can do certain things for it. So clean water, maybe with structure of some salt and lemon or similar, but this is just an example. Okay, so I'll have some water. Then I know that to calm my nervous system, so calm nervous system, but alert and awake, that's the well-being. If you can be calm but still alert and awake, that's the well-being. And to do that, I hum the Om sound, sit silently for and listening to my breath. So that calms the nervous system. That's actually what we do in the focus session. So just if you are unaware of that method that I made to focus your attention, we actually do these kind of things here. The nervous system, there we go. Focus session method. Cool. Usually, and this is my experience, so I've already developed this habit here. Then when I've done these things, I want to move the body. So movement. Movement in the morning includes shaking body, clapping body. It includes flow movement with stretching and strengthening. Strengthening. Some uh, some movements that are intense push-ups, sit-ups, and others. Just making, I'm getting nerdy already, so just making some here. Okay, that's pretty much it. Then a shower cleans the sweat. And remember one thing here, and this is my experience. Actually, when you've done intense training, taking just 5 minutes, laying down, come back to resting state. Because that's the state I want throughout my day, okay? Then I take a shower, cleans the sweat, rejuvenate energy and emotion. Okay, so that's what I do upon waking up. You can add optional here, bulletproof coffee if you like that, and if it supports the well-being, or you can have a tea, warm water. Okay. After this, I like to organize my day. So, but then of course some nutrition, right? So breakfast, nutrition, simple foods, berries, nuts, seeds, a bit of yogurt. Yeah, that's about it. Okay. So you see, I'm setting up a habit, right? So every morning upon waking up, I want to execute that habit. That's pretty much what you want to learn how to do. You see, you go from, okay, I would like to be healthy and have well-being. Then you go through with your mind. So this is actually locking your mind. This is creating the mindset. Going over these things here, this is creating your mindset. And you might read through it a couple of times, and we'll get into that later on. But this is pretty much needed because your mind needs to know why you want to do stuff, how it looks like for you, how it should feel like. It's a way of communicating with yourself. Same thing if you talk to your spouse, partner, friends, or develop an idea. You need to be very concrete on what it is that you want to do. And the better you do that, the more easy it is to actually do it. So here is a habit, right? And we can summarize this habit to morning, wake up, have breath work, have water, sit in silence, and exercise. There we go. And if you want to put some time on it, you can do all these things perhaps in 15 to 20 minutes. Boom. There we go. That's a habit, right? There we go. That's the habit that we want. Mini habit. Okay. And in the evening to have a good rest. So evening, good rest. Okay. Stretching, calm down, maybe a shower, have a bit of water, and that's it. Also, my knowledge is no eating 3 hours before sleep. Okay. There we go. So the mini habit here is morning, waking up, 15 to 20 minutes, do some workouts here, and good rest. In the evening comes from stretching, no eating 3 hours before. Pretty simple, right? To get back into a normal state. Now, of course, if you already have some issues, if you have problems and such, there might be some other knowledge on how to fix those along the way. But essentially, what you want to learn to do is come up here, decide what is it that I want, learn to describe it as much as possible, then tap into the vision of it. Imagine yourself actually already having it. And you heard this before, right? It's the same. And Oh, the knowledge here. We want that in blue. Bluish. White. Oh, there we go. This one in white. That one in blue. Blue. There we go. Okay. And check out your competences. So if you don't have the knowledge yet, you have to find someone who has it, right? Or developing it from trial and error. The competence, this is what you already got, what you're already good at. Okay. Skills, these can be developed also, right? So skills are here. We can develop those. The commitment, that comes with practice also to commit to a certain thing. And here, this is the connection of all of it. So I wanted something, but actually this is how it looks like. That is the practice of it. Okay. Hope that gave you a little insight into how to set up your mind for something. So a mind for you. So how to make the mind work for you. That is your desire, right? Of course, there are more complex desires, inner peace, joyful living, and such. But that's what a mindset coach can be helpful for. Here you got the basics of how to train the mind to go into doing these things here. And with practice and the mini habit, you have to practice a mini habit for about 3 weeks before your mind, your subconscious mind, the idea you have of yourself and what you do on a regular basis, have accepted that habit as something that you just do. So there you go. Okay. Thank you very much for watching here. If you want more videos like this, please give a like. And that's this one here. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay. Have fun. Morning wake up training. Yeah. There we go.